Ivan Katz here at Bluemont Disc Golf Course, and today I'm going to tell you why you need to have a Mamba in your bag. I'm also going to give you some tips and tutorials on throwing these discs and also putting. So let's get started. But first, a bit about this disc. It says 11, 6, -5, and 1. What does that mean? Well, for the Mamba, 11 is the speed of the disc. They start down in the low numbers, and those are for your putters. And basically you can correlate that to distance, but you can also correlate that to ease of throwing. The lower the number, the easier it is for beginners and intermediates to throw and control. 11 is a bit of a higher number, up there with like the Wraith, maybe the Destroyer, are in the same neighborhood. I have videos on those, check those out. But 11, it's a pretty high number, but they go as high as like 14, 15. So you should be able to control this disc if you have advanced beginner to intermediate skills. And once you get more advanced, you can really carve up the course with a disc like the Mamba here. So 11 is the speed, 6 is the glide, and that's basically how much the wind is going to affect and make this disc glide. And then you have the turn, which is -5, although it's supposed to turn and it does curve right, but I think this one's been broken in and it does that a bit less. As you break in these discs, these characteristics tend to fade away a little and they can be a bit more controllable. So don't give up on a disc if it's really curving off one way or the other. Hit it against some trees, play with it for a while, and it'll get broken in and it will be easier to control. The last number is the fade, and that is 1 on this. So just a little bit of fade off at the end, and for the forehand flick, that should be off this way, and if you're backhand, that should be off the other way. So there you go. Now the other number, which I didn't discuss yet, is 172. That's the weight of this disc. Now that's pretty heavy. I tend to like discs that are about 165 to 175 grams in there. Practice discs with different weights. Now on a windy day, certainly a higher number like 172, 175 will be good for you. Definitely will be better in the wind. The low numbers, sometimes it's less strain on your arm, so maybe if you're an older player and you want something easier to throw, get yourself a lighter disc. Practice with many different weights. You can get, say, a Mamba and get it in a lower weight, 145, 150, and then maybe 160s, and then maybe all the way up to 170s, and see what works best for you and your particular throw. Don't ever listen to your friends just because they like to throw something. Well, you can listen, but still, if it doesn't work for you, don't be dismayed. Just go out and try something different. Different weight, different disc if you need to. But this Mamba should be good, so let's go throw it. Okay, number 1 at Bluemont, extreme dog leg right, and you've got to make it up through these trees to get close to the basket, so it's a difficult 158 feet, but we can do it. Got hung up a bit on a tree there, but a little bit of tree love sent it the right way into the fairway here, and not too bad of a putt. Not as close as I'd like to be, but about 20 feet. Okay, so wrapping up number 1 at Bluemont here with the Mamba. Gave it some nice hyzer to get it to turn right. Got a little held up on a tree, but I got some tree love and it hit it back in the path. So I was able to make the 20-foot putt with my 86 putter here. And again, you remember when you're going uphill, give it some extra power, and don't be afraid to give it that spin. That's what keeps it on its course. Something that you might want to do is practice your putting for about 10 minutes when you get to the course if you have the time, and then you'll feel more natural and you'll be warm. That way you won't go in cold and miss those easy putts. Hopefully you'll make the hard ones too. Okay, so here's number 6 here at Bluemont. White tee to the silver basket right up here. It's a tough shot, looks easier than it really is, and 269 feet. Okay, definitely nice result with the Mamba here. Just about a 20-foot putt in. Okay, wrapping up number 6 here with the Mamba, and really got a great drive out with this one, and just played the disc, used its curve up to the right there to get me up the hill and straight at the basket, which resulted in a nice easy putt with my Vibram Summit. All right. Okay, number 7 here. It's 227 feet, and you've got to come around here past this tree here and all the way over here to the basket, which is in the A position today, 227 feet. So it's a dog leg right and a bit of a narrow path to get there, but it can be done. So let's do it. Okay, not too bad. Kept it low and in control. Straight at the target, sort of. Curved around nicely, but I'm just about at the edge of the circle, probably 35, 45 feet, somewhere in there. So I can jump putt, but that's not how I do it. So I'm just going to see if I can putt it in for a birdie. Okay, wrapping up number 7 with the Mamba here. And you'll notice I did not throw it very high, kept it low and in control. Sometimes when you throw too high, they get out of control a bit, and I just wanted to kind of run it straight towards the target. I did, came up a little short, but still I got a nice bit of curve there through the fairway and landed it safely for the putt in, which I did with my Cobra, which is an incredible putt approach, kind of mid-range disc. Does exactly what you tell it to, and I do have a video on that one, so check that video out. Love my Cobra, but nice job with the Mamba, and there you go. Okay, number 8 here at Bluemont, and it's 225 feet from the blue Pro Tees here over to the silver basket right there, and it's tough because you've got to get around these trees. That means you've got to throw it out this way and have it curve back to be close to the basket. So bit of a challenge, but we can do it. Okay, predictable fade at the end of the Mamba's flight, but still a nice close putt distance away, probably about 20 feet, and no problem. Okay, so I did use a little bit of Anheuser there for the forehand flick to get it to turn left. If I really wanted it to stay that course, I could have snapped my wrist much harder and also followed through a bit that direction to keep it going left. And that's how you get these discs to do something other than what their natural tendency is to do, and this one's natural tendency is to turn right. Now in terms of that angle, there you go. It's Anheuser for the forehand flick, but don't worry if you're backhand, just keep the disc there, and for the backhand shot, you would have a bit of Heiser for the backhand, but it's the same angle. There you go. And then the easy putt in with the Vibram Summit. Great putt approach. Okay, there you go. There's the Innova Mamba and why you need it in your bag, plus some disc golf tips and tutorials. Don't forget to check out all of my other disc golf videos, and also check out my Drivin Ivan car videos if you like cars. So there you have it. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and subscribe to me on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'm Ivan Katz.